given up to now. So we have 12 as a number to multiply, and we proceed into a little bigger cycles. Since Jupiter goes a round in the geocentric solar system once in every 12 years, 12 is taken as one of the standard numbers of calculation. So Jupiter's round is 12 years and the annual round of the sun is 12 months. Similarly, Saturn's round is 30 years. That is, it takes 30 years for Saturn to go round the whole zodiac once, when taken in a geocentric calculation. So this is called the day of Yama, the god of death, and add another 30 years, you have the night of Yama. The total is the cycle of 60 years. It has the LCM of 12 and 30. So you have the number 12, number 30, number 60 as the standard calculation numbers which are found in nature's phenomena. Anything confusing? Yes, but these years are not solar years. These are called lunar years. For example, next year when I come here, I will give a difference between the calculation of the solar years and the lunar years, because it is more confusing for the present. For the present, you take it for granted these are lunar years, and according to the lunar years, there is a great advantage. That is, whether the Saturn goes in retrogression or in any other movement in the middle, whatever may be the acceleration of his speed, the total cycle tallies exactly with 30 lunar years. That is, it is very easy to round up the year, whereas it is very difficult in the solar calculation. So these cycles are calculated only in the lunar method, because the scriptures give us one rule, that the function of fertilization and fecundity and birth, all the biological phenomena including the menstrual cycles, they take only according to the astrobiological calculations. That is, you have to calculate only according to the solely lunar measurements, and the yugas and the ages and the spans of the living beings should be calculated only according to the lunar year computations and not solar. That is how the scriptures teach us. For example, if we are asked to calculate the span of a person in a horoscope, it will never tally if we take the calculations of the Gregorian calendar, because it is a solar year we have in the Gregorian calendar. We should convert it into the lunar calendar and then calculate. Next year I will give you more details about this calculation. For the present, let us take that 12 years is the Jupiterian cycle, 30 years is the Saturnian cycle, and according to the cycle of 12 years, the minor cycle of 12 months in the year is formed in nature, and according to the cycle of 30 years, the minor cycle of the 30 days of the lunar month is formed, and according to the cycle of 30 and 12, we have the LCM number called 60, and the day is divided into 60 equal parts, which we have seen previously, and through the law of correspondences, there is what is called the 60 years cycle. We, the traditional Indians, use this 60 years cycles. So for the present, let us take it for granted that the numbers 12, 30 and 60 are the key numbers for calculations. The cycle of 60 years is called Sagara in the scriptures. You have stories having the keys of calculation in all the Puranas, and when this is multiplied by 1000, the divisions are called the 1000 sons of Sagara, and there is another number 72, which is the number of years that take for the precession of equinoxes to go 1 degree, and this is called the season of a group of devas called Gandharvas, or the devas of music, because these devas preside over the heartbeat and the respiration. It is the power of music that maintains the heartbeat and respiration of living beings. Therefore, these devas are called the devas of music, and also the musical sense of any fellow is governed by these fellows, and the unit of 72 years is taken as 1 season, and it is said there are 6 seasons in the lunar year. What are the 6 seasons? You can know next year, so that it may not be so confusing. But still, if you want it, I will tell you now itself. But my advice is have it next year. So now we have to find out the year of these fellows. 432 human years is 1 year of these musicians and Gandharvas, yes. And if you multiply it by 100, it is called the span of Gandharvas, because each fellow lives for 100 years of his own scale, 432 2 zeros. This is the span of the fellows. And if you multiply this by 10, it is called the span of who are called Siddhas, whom Blavatsky calls the Dhyani Chauhans of the creation. So the number is 432 3 zeros. This is called unit time of the bigger cycles. And in Sanskrit, the word used for unit is Kali. Kali means unit. Pardon? That is Kali. Goddess is Kali. This is the name of the age, Yuga, Kali Yuga. So, this is taken as the base unit. It is called Kali Yuga, or it is called the Iron Age. And if you double this number, that is, you have to multiply by 2, you have a double unit, which is called Dwapara Yuga. The word Dwapara means doubling, and then there is the next one. If you double this, you have the next cycle. It is called, you have to triple the first one, not the doubling. Yes, this is called unit. Multiply it by 2, by 3, like that. This is called Treta Yuga. Treta means into 3 or multiplied by 3. And you have the next cycle. If you multiply it by 4, it is called Krita Yuga. In Sanskrit mathematics, Krita means 4 times or multiplied by 4. And chronologically speaking, they occur in the reverse order. For example, if you take Krita Yuga, it occurs first. After Krita Yuga is completed, then a period of Treta Yuga occurs. Then a period of Dwapara Yuga occurs, and then a period of Kali Yuga occurs. Each yuga has its own behavior in the human beings of this earth, and according to the behavior they are named differently. For example, Kruta Yuga is called the golden age because 4 aspects are there among the instincts of the human beings, that is truthfulness, compassion, and tapas. In Sanskrit, tapas means purity of thought, word and deed, and spirit of devotion or offering to God. These 4 will be among the natural instincts of the human beings during that age. They need not be achieved as virtues. Therefore, it is called the golden age. And in the scriptures, it is described as a bull having these 4 legs. And in the next yuga, truthfulness will be lost, and therefore humanity has to achieve it with some effort. Only 3 things are there. It is called the silver age, and it is also described in the scriptures as the bull whose one leg has become lame. That is injured. It is described as injured. And in the next stage, compassion will be lost as an instinct, and it should be achieved by the human beings through spiritual practice. And it is called copper age, and it is described as the bull whose 4 legs too have become lame. And in the next stage, when we come to the Kali age, the next thing, austerity, that is the good use of thought, word and deed is lost. And if at all there is anything with us, there is only devotion. And if we want to achieve anything in this Kali age, we can achieve only through devotion. And it is described as the iron age, and also described as the age of reasoning and logic. And according to the calculations of the scriptures, we are running the Kali age. Present humanity is running through Kali age, and every day in the morning after taking our bath, we offer our prayers to sun god, and we read the computations of the bigger cycles. And at present, we calculate it as the first 1/4 of Kali age. So, we are living in the first 1/4 of the present Kali age, because it was about 5,000 years ago the Kali age has started. Approximately the age when Bhagavad Gita was taught to Arjuna, because astronomical calculations show us that there was a big conjunction of 8 planets in Aries 0 degrees at the time of the beginning of the present Kali age. And Blavatsky has given all these calculations in the Secret Doctrine, and has given also the date of the present Kali age, which corresponds with the date of the death of Lord Sri Krishna. I have given these dates in the introduction of one of my books called The Man Sacrifice, which deals with the death of Lord Krishna. So, we are in the first 1/4 of the present Kali age. Copper and iron. Yes, it is a universal science which was there in every scripture. You will find all these calculations in the Greek mythological books, the Chaldean mythological books, which are owned by the Christian church in the name of the Old Testament, and in the Egyptian books. In the scriptures of every nation you will find all these calculations. But the method of calculation and the application is still living only in India and in some parts of the Tibet, and some Japanese families and some Chinese families know it. Even in India, only a few traditional families know it for the present. Unless we popularize it, the keys will be lost. That's why they started popularizing it through Madame Blavatsky in the ending of the previous century. So for the present, this is the understanding of the bigger cycles. So Krita Yuga has 4 units. The previous Treta Yuga has 3 units. The previous has 2 units, and Kali Yuga is 1 unit. And this figure is given as a formula to these computations. That is 1 dot, 2 dots, 3 dots, 4 dots. You will find this in the lessons given by Blavatsky to her students in Adayar in his old age in Madras, Adayar. And they are now published as the last volume of the Secret Doctrine. And the same thing is taught by Pythagoras to his disciples in the name of the decade, that is the 10-pointed figure. And previously it was being taught by the ancient Buddhists of the Tibetan school in the form of the Lord who sees through time, who is called Avalokiteswara. And prior to Buddhism, it was taught in the name of a sacred avatar called Lord Dattatreya, who is the presiding deva of the yogic consciousness. He is described as the avatar who is having 3 heads on 1 neck for the representation of the triangle, and he is described as the son of the great saint who is called Atri, a great sage Atri. The secret is Atri means not 3, because this triangle is only 1 in time and 1 in space. And for some yogic reasons, the saint who has discovered these things called himself Atri, and his wife was given, that is the mother of Dattatreya, was given the title Anasuya. That means a woman having no malice and no jealousy. The secret is to say that one can understand these things only when his mind is not touched by jealousy or malice. Otherwise, these calculations remain only mysterious and they cannot be understood. So this is a very sacred figure, and even though we do not know anything of its significance, it is enough if we meditate upon the figure for about 3 or 4 minutes every day. The secret keys of any scripture will be revealed to the fellow automatically. This one, yes. And Pythagoras gave it also in the form of numbers, like this. One plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 10. All lead to the same meditation and the realization of the same results through meditation and not through understanding. We get nothing by understanding these things except confusion. So we get everything through meditation, and the total of all these 4 yugas, because it is 10 times the unit, it gives us the same figures but 1 0 more, because 10 times the Kali Yuga is the total, and this is called the bigger yuga, and in the scriptures it is called Maha Yuga, Gand. Maha means grand. If you multiply it by 72, I think we should have calculators. Even though we calculate, we get the same figures. These are the figures, and this is called one minor bigger cycle. Yes, this requires at least 2 cups of coffee, and when multiplied by 3 numbers, it is a medium bigger cycle. and again if you add 3 more zeros, that is you will have a total of 10 zeros. It is called a major bigger cycle, and this is called a solar kalpa. That is, a sun globe with all its planets lives for so many earth lunar years and then begins to withdraw into its next finer globe. So, this is called the span of one solar system on the physical plane, and again it turns back and comes to existence, and again it disappears. This is one scale of pralaya. When this solar system disappears, this is called solar pralaya. So, it travels back into the 3 other globes, from the physical globe to the final stage of globe. You remember, I think, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So, after disappearance, it goes to the G stage of the globe, and then it begins to descend again. It comes to the physical plane, it goes to the other side, disappears. Every time it comes to the D stage, it has its own physical span of so many years. Yes. One system solar, and then it disappears. Like this, it makes 7 oscillations, and then it disappears permanently. This is one aspect. Yes, Banwa? The period is the same, but all the solar systems do not disappear at the same time. Just as one human fellow is born today and another tomorrow, another day after tomorrow, just as we exist on this earth in all different stages. So, just as there are millions of people on this earth living as contemporaries in different ages, similarly, there are millions of solar systems in this space globe that are existing in different ages. So, each solar system disappears according to its own age, whereas a new solar system comes into existence, and permanently there are the same number of solar systems existing on the physical plane, just as the humanity always exists on this earth. Magnitude, you mean? Is it? Yes, there are. Yes, there are so many. There are solar systems of a big higher magnitude, medium magnitude, and lower magnitude. Yes, this is the span of the solar systems of one particular magnitude. Yes, one particular magnitude, whereas there are 7 magnitudes of solar system. You will know something of this in the book Esoteric Astrology by Alice Bailey. How the evolution of the solar systems takes place, how 5 solar systems of the same magnitude become one group, and 7 solar systems of another magnitude become another group, and the 7 belong to a greater evolution and are called the sacred sons. The 5 are called the non-sacred sons because they are of an earlier evolution than the 7, and these 5 will join with those 7 to become one group of 12 solar system, and that group of solar system rotates around a bigger center. In the meanwhile, these 5 solar systems get their evolution to those 7 solar systems, just like disciples get their initiations from the spiritual teachers, and then in the next round the solar system goes into a bigger magnitude, and when we go to the bigger magnitude, then there are called the bigger calculations. For example, the day and the span of the creator. So, this is only the average solar system, for example, our solar system. This is one aspect. And from the stage of Mahayuga, there is another calculation that is required for the solar systems of the bigger magnitude. 70